The founders believed that the judicial branch was actually the weakest of the three because all they were expected to do was not make laws, not, redefine laws, not edit the Constitution or read into it ideas and concepts that were never there, but were only there to make sure that the law-making branch, which is the Congress, simply made no laws that breached the Constitution. Oh, and are you ready? The original intent of the Constitution. See, if you think I'm being over-dramatic, just keep in mind that everyone who reads the Constitution sees clearly that, for example, all human beings are equal and deserve to be free based on the dignity given them by their Creator, which is apparently how the Supreme Court in 1857 in the Dred Scott decision reached the conclusion that slavery was okay. Also keep in mind that for 150 years, the freedom a state or even the federal government had in using taxpayer dollars to secular and religious institutions was considered fair and balanced. Even Jefferson signed treaties to send Christian ministers to Native Americans. Yet suddenly, in 1947, the Supreme Court found that treating religious schools equally in regards to funding for bus vouchers for sending students to religious schools, which, by the way, allowed the freedom for all Americans, secular and religious, to equally share in where their taxes were distributed, was suddenly unconstitutional. Up until then, it wasn't. What happened? The Supreme Court decided to find a law that was never there before, to institute a new version of the Constitution so their secular point of view could be established. Fair? Of course not. But that's why getting Supreme Court justices that are originalists, that is, interpret laws through the prism of the original intent of the Constitution, is the only way we can maintain consistency and allow the most amount of freedom for the most amount of Americans, even the ones you hate. We need a woman president. We need a gay president. Never mentioned is their competence or their experience. Please keep in mind that the single most important right in the Constitution is the first line, the freedom of religion. Now, you might think, I'm prejudiced because I'm a Christian, but you would be in error. The reason it is the most important is because it represents the freedom of conscience. It deserves the most protection because it allows the secular and atheist and religious the most fair and equal treatment under the law.